never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain.
Hey, well.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Teresa. My camera
Hi,
looks
Ellie.
okay today, doesn't it? I actually look
Your
like a
camera's
person.
fine. Your camera's fine.
Maybe it's getting better.
I like your colors.
Thank you. I
Mhm.
try to stay with the with the theme.
The earthy colors.
Yeah, I love what do you call it? Fall colors. That's my favorite.
Okay, it's nice. It's nice.
Well,
Okay, welcome. Welcome to Hot Tea with Pleasures, another episode coming to you here tonight. I am Teresa in the beautiful island of Barbados, and joining me is
Hillary, I'm all the way in Ontario, Canada.
she say all the way, but she's just next door.
I'm next door, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, welcome. Tonight we have a very interesting episode to bring to you. So, before we go any further, our disclaimer,
We didn't
we
write
are
these
not
articles.
professional. Pardon?
We didn't
We are
write the
not
articles.
prof-
That's right. We didn't write
we
the
are not
articles.
professionals. Everything that we bring to you is research, and the topics are being requested from our viewers, and
Well,
thank you for
we
that.
shouldn't say we got. I think we gotta rewrite our disclaimer. We can't say we're not professionals because we are professionals in our trade, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'll let's say we didn't write the articles. We're
Yeah, that,
just
that can work. That can work.
yeah.
You didn't write it. That
There you
can work.
go.
Good. So with that being out of the way, what's our topic for tonight, Ellie?
Sex. How to
Listen,
spice up that love
uh,
life.
our topic for tonight is your sex life. Is it
Yeah,
spicy? Is it hot?
or
Or is it
not.
not?
Mm-hmm.
And tonight you're going to learn about the boredom, whether it's bedroom boredom or sex boredom, and what you can do, what things you can implement to bring about change.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all go through it. When you have partners for X amount of
You
years,
get complacent. Mm-hmm.
hmm so we all go through it. It's nothing to be ashamed of. So without any further ado, I'm gonna read a little bit for you, and then we're gonna get into the gist of things. So the harsh reality of long-term relationships. Long-term relationships happen mostly there is when boredom hits. As time goes, oops, sorry. Put my hand in your face now. As time goes by and the relationships, what you call the honeymoon phase,
Yeah.
recedes further and further into the rearview mirror, it's likely that the exciting chemistry you and your partner once had just isn't as present anymore. You
No,
might find
that's
yourself,
when you remember our last show. That's when they look over to you and say, "You don't do this for me anymore. Why don't you? Why did you start bringing home this? And why do you
there
stop
you
doing
go.
that?" Mm-hmm.
hmm You might find yourself on autopilot. You just cruising. You just monotonous with your partner. And the next thing you know, it's straight up bored. So when a relationship is newer, everything is exciting. You go on dates, you walk on the beach, you send people little notes, you always want to hear each other, stuff like that. You're experiencing a lot for the first time with your partner, and the sparks are flying. You're having fun. When a relationship is older now, it's a common experience. It's common to experience boredom in some aspect of your relationship.
You know why I call
Whether
that? I don't call it boredom. I call it comfortable.
comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's your day-to-day life at home with your partner, yeah, your lack of date nights.
Mm-hmm.
Date night? You can't have date nights, and we started doing blaming it on the children. Oh, the children, then you plan to blame it on maturity, and we started blaming it on work,
Mm-hmm.
getting tired, commitments, all sorts of things we started blaming it on. And your sex life, all of the above, gets bored. So should you be concerned about boredom in the relationship? What do you think, Elaine?
Of course. It's like anything. If it becomes matter of fact, or, the worst thing you can have is if you're, getting intimate with your partner and they go into position before you even start the position.
And somebody's ahead of
It's
somebody.
like,
It's
wait,
like
what? I didn't
it's
get
like
there
you
yet.
ain't you ain't here to start a gun yet. You know the track. Oh God.
That means
Y'all viewers can tell you have fun doing
predictable
this.
then.
They have you have fun. If you're bored in the current relationship, you definitely aren't alone. There's this therapist called Cynthia Catchins. Fancy having a surname like that. Cynthia Catchins.
Catch him.
She explains boredom is normal. We cannot be happy and celebrating all the time, says her. In the same way, we cannot be active and enjoying every moment with our partner. So she goes on to talk a lot more about it, but we are going to go into ideas to spruce things up.
But
There are
a lot of the
definitely
reasons why people become bored in a relationship is not checking in, you know, forgetting to do the check ins, because when you
when
check
you
in,
say check in, we what?
like
What you
communicate
mean?
and say, how are we doing? You know,
Okay.
when you see that your partner is silent or something changed, the patterns, the patterns. And
But
when
what happens when one person is checking and the other person is checking?
you better check
Or both
on.
both ways.
You better check on. You won't be checking in. You better check up. No, but seriously, if
Raw and real, here
if
you
it's a
have it,
one if
people.
it's a one way streak where you're always the person checking in, you have to
Mm-hmm.
have a conversation. That's where the communication comes in, and you have to speak your truth. We're so afraid to tell people how we really feel, and
Mm-hmm.
you how are they supposed to know what you really feel? You remember, if you teach a person, this comes from Oprah and Maya Angelou, if you teach a person
How to treat you.
yeah, to treat. If you teach them how to treat you, they will treat you that way, and you are the teacher. So if you want a different behavior, you have to open your mouth and say something. And if they're offended,
Mm-hmm.
well,
That's it.
it shouldn't be offended if it's a good relationship. They should, you know,
Yeah, if they want something to grow from it.
yeah, it's called growth, right?
Mm-hmm.
They should be thanking you, actually. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah,
I'll
so
try to do better.
there
And they probably will not in the beginning, because it's probably a habit now and the pattern that's been learned.
mm-hmm.
And you have to give it time and work on that, right?
Okay, there are definitely
I
ways
feel
to
as though
beat
that
this
was a personal
boredom.
question, but okay, go on.
Pardon?
I said I feel that was a personal question. You just got you shy by that a little too quick, girl.
Oh
Yeah, go
gosh,
on.
we have two sections to go through so that our viewers get a good essence of what we're saying. So,
Mm-hmm.
moving on. There are definitely ways to beat boredom in relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and they're necessary, and they don't necessarily include spending a lot of money or jetting off to some exotic place. There's simple ways to spruce things up, and certainly there's simple ways to spruce things up that exist. Just because you aren't experiencing many typical relationships first anymore doesn't mean you cannot try new things together.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it's all
I'm
the
hot.
more reason to get spontaneous.
Ooh,
What's happening with you,
I'm
Hillary?
hot, girl.
When you start to itch, I get concerned, you know.
I no, I am hot. I'm
Oh,
tired.
okay,
I'm
okay.
hot. Mm-hmm.
Even though little things that deviate from your norm can create new couples, first, fresh memories, and more importantly, excitement. So, here are a few easy ideas. Catching, this is the Dr. Catching
Mm-hmm.
suggests for couples dealing with bedroom boredom. So, our flyer is hot, spicy, or not. So,
Okay.
you will decide if this is hot, spicy, or not,
We should
or
have had like some paddles to put up hot, spicy, or not.
Well, drop it in the comment. People are saying you can drop in the comment. So
Yeah.
there are 11 of them. We'll go through them. So if you think one is spicy, just say one spicy or one not or one.
We'll put it
You
up
can do
on
it like
the
that.
we'll put it up on the board, and they can vote as to which ones they think is
Mm-hmm.
hot and spicy.
Yeah. So first one, have a date night out every week.
I
I'm
love
for
that.
that.
Hot.
I'm for that. Yeah.
That's hot, spicy, and everything else, girl.
Mm-hmm.
That's called
And
commitment.
and another thing, it doesn't have to be like they said earlier. It doesn't have to be spending money. It's just spending time with each other.
Time. I'm
So it
gonna give
doesn't
the
have to
ladies.
be
I'm gonna give the
something out.
ladies. I'm gonna give the
Sorry.
ladies. I'm gonna give the ladies and the gents a little bit of tip when it comes to date night, because we're gonna call it date night, right? Show up different, dress differently.
Mm,
Something that,
you say dress different.
like, something
What?
he would not expect. Like, he knows your usual outfit. Wear something different. Spice it up. Going get something a little bit more revealing. You know, even have
Oh,
you can
show a
have a
little bit
date
of
night at
cleavage.
home.
Show
You can
something
have a
with a
date night at
split.
home. Yeah, you can have a date night at
Of
home.
course.
Have it in the lingerie, in your room. Lock the door. Kiddies go to bed at
No
night.
kids, no pets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what he can do, or if you're going out, he can dress up, put a suit on. I mean, make them feel as though this was the first time that, the honeymoon phase. So date night becomes that honeymoon phase for that amount of hours. So use that as an opportunity to bring back the spice. So for me, that's very, very spicy. You can do a lot of things. You can put a wig on,
Mm-hmm.
girl, be somebody else. Cheat with your wife.
Oh, okay, okay, Tina. The other one is be creative
Tina.
and decorate a room together.
Yeah. Mm-mm. I don't know about that
That
one.
ain't, that ain't for me.
That's a knot. That might be a fight.
There's only one thing that getting paint that night.
Because I can
So
hear the guy right now. Oh, I
ain't
know.
painting no room.
I can hear the guy right now. I know you wanted this done. Yeah, sure. This is date night. Yeah,
And
I know
just
about
like
that one.
you commented before,
Hmm.
if the date night ever read, this one ties in. Prepare a nice dinner at home.
Yeah,
This
that's
one
nice.
ties in. You can
That's
prepare a nice
nice.
dinner,
That's
but
nice. Hold on.
you can have your own costume on.
Yeah, but preparing a nice dinner at home is nice if she's not cooking every day or if he's not cooking every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it will be a nice dinner at home. And you can even do a dinner together with a new recipe that you guys are going to make together. That's something that will be really nice. Because
Okay.
they have these kitchens over here where you can go and do like a date, and a chef will teach you a particular recipe.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
We get the chef to come in, cook the meal,
Well,
leave it
girl,
there
let me
for
tell you
us.
something. Nobody got no
We
budget like
just
that all
come
the time.
home and we were on it.
No, this one is like,
I know what you mean. I know
yeah,
what
they're
you
more
mean.
affordable than having a private chef come in, right?
Mhm.
But that will be something a little bit different, and
I think one of our followers on
hmm
this same podcast, or one of our YouTube fans,
hmm
he does that. He's a chef and he does that. Goes into home and teach persons a thing. And it's nothing fancy you have to purchase.
hmm
You can just use what you have in your kitchen every day,
yeah,
and he will show you how to create fantastic dinners of it. So anyone that is interested, you can just drop me a line
and
and
live in
let me know if you're
Barbados. Is he in
interested in that.
Barbados? Is he in
He's
Barbados?
in Barbados.
Okay,
Don't worry, it is
nice.
online. So he can also do stuff online with you as well.
So when I come
Just tell him
down
what you have in
there,
your kitchen.
Teresa's gonna get him to cook me a meal.
Mhm. So if you're interested, just drop me a line, WhatsApp, YouTube, and I can make the hookup with you too. Anyhow, moving on.
I'm looking at number
Make a
four and I'm already
gift.
laughing.
Pardon?
I'm looking at number four and I'm already laughing. Oh my
Make a
lord.
gift for your partner. Now, what are you gonna make? I can make your bow tie. You can wear the bow. I can make your bow tie.
I'll say this, not probably not a gift. I would say a gesture, something that your partner always wanted to do or have, or something that is special to them. Maybe,
Something that your partner always wanted to try.
yeah, like for I'm gonna go sexual with a man. He always wanted to see you in a thong or whatever. Put the thong on. There's his gift, And let's say you wanted, he wanted help in something, you do it with him that day. He really wanted to go to a baseball game or something like that. Or, I'm making
That
stereotypes
part
here,
where you're
but
saying wanting help with something, do it with him. That seems to me is going to go back to number two, being creative and decorate a room together.
well, that's decorating a room if he wants a room decorated.
Mm,
Girl, that decorated room I'm gonna stay away from because there's a lot of fights. A lot of people getting fights for renovations, girl. I don't know about that one.
don't want that color.
Forget
Don't
the
want
color.
that pattern.
Why you wanna decorate my man cave?
Okay, enjoy each other's company with a glass of wine,
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
gonna
nice.
stop there.
I like that. That's hot.
That's nice.
If you're a drinker.
I'm gonna glass, but if you're a drinker,
If
you
you're
can
not a
do the
drinker,
other
then just give him
the other part of the sentence.
extra
That I
wine.
think that might be you, Hilly,
What?
because you like your teas. Yeah, you like your teas. What tea do you have tonight?
I have a certain company in Canada that I will not reveal, but everyone
Okay
knows
then.
what it is.
Okay then.
Yes.
So leave post-its. I like this one. Leave post-its around the house telling
Oh,
your
that's
partner you
sweet.
love him or her or them.
Ho- hopefully,
Him, her, or them. Leave
because
your
the
post-its.
identifiers, right? Pronouns,
Mm-hmm.
but that's hopefully that your partner love language is that, and that the person just completely ignores it because you know you don't want the reaction of why you putting those things all over the wall. You don't want
So
that
this is
one.
the thing. You're gonna do number four, make a gift for your partner, and you're gonna put the post-it on that. So
There
if
you
you're
go.
not accustomed to preparing lunch or you're accustomed to eating lunch out or breakfast out,
Put a note
you
inside
can
your lunch.
prepare that meal depending on what time of day it is that you off to work or leave or do whatever. And you put the post-it on that. That way you know he or she gets it.
You know what? A girlfriend of mine, her husband, it's the most cutest thing I ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
What he did was, she she has a very 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 strenuous job, and he wanted to make her smile one day, so he
Mm-hmm.
sent her coworker a letter and said, can you please give this to the most beautiful sexiest girl next to you? And so
Mm-hmm.
her it was a picture of her as a youth, in her youth. And
Okay.
yeah, and so she forwarded the email and said, oh, someone just sent me an email for you. When she opened it up, it was a picture of her and said, I love this special person or something like that. I don't know, but it was the cutest thing. And she printed it out and put it on her desk. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. But something
Okay.
different.
It's the little things, huh?
Little things, yes. Remembering
No.
certain things.
This one is get a babysitter or a family friend to take care of the children and go for a walk or to the movies.
Yes, I like that one. That I
Yeah.
think is very
That
sexy.
can create having
That's
a
spicy.
day or night out each week. So you see how they
Just
all tie in?
warning. Do not take that opportunity to talk about bills, to talk about a fight you just had,
Mm-mm.
to talk about something to do with the home, or make that conversation about both of you and how you miss each other. Do not have a conversation about any kind of stressors. Leave those alone. You can fight tomorrow.
Okay. Cuddle on the couch and watch your favorite movie or show and
Don't do it with
have your
Hillary.
favorite treat, which
Yeah.
we usually you watch movie, you
That's
have
a
your
not for
popcorn,
me.
you have your chips.
Yeah.
I say leave the house and go out and watch the movie.
Yeah, I that's a not for me because anyone that knows me knows that as soon as you put the movie on, you'll be watching the movie by yourself. I'm gonna fall asleep.
Okay.
Well, then again,
Send
wait a
notes to
minute.
your partner's
If you were
office
with the
and
right
with a
person, that might
nice
be a
note.
good thing.
Huh?
I said, if you were the right person, that might be a good thing. He can wake you up.
True. Send alerts to your partner's office with a nice note.
Oh, here we go with the
That
minutes.
this one ties in with the leave a post-it.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing you said, what the person send the email to this individual,
Mm-hmm.
that makes sure that him or her got
Yeah.
it. So escape. Oh, I like this. Escape for a weekend to a local. Let's say local. Escape
Mm-hmm.
for a weekend,
Yeah.
and I can stop there. I ain't
No,
saying to go
to something
local.
local. You don't have to go away and take a plane or
Escape
something.
for a weekend to a local or even more distant B&B.
Yeah. 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 I agree with that one.
Yeah, escape for a
You know what
weekend.
you can do? Because, some of these Airbnbs are really, really good, right? Uh, uh, See, I went promote. I'm not promoting. I'm just saying this is an experience. What these couples, there were 5 couples, and what they did was they got together and put money together and rented a mansion.
Uh-huh.
And it was just for the weekend, and they had a great old time. And yeah, it came with a butler girl. It was nice. The pictures
That's
looked really
nice.
nice and everything. And yeah, they said,
That's where my chef friend comes in. He also
yeah,
does
as long
that.
as you're paying the bill, I'm coming.
So that escape for a weekend, that one is nice.
Yeah, that's really
I
nice.
have done that a couple of times. It was
Yeah, I've
really
done that
nice.
too. Yeah.
Nice and quiet, but you know me. When I escape of somewhere for the weekend, it's always somewhere near the beach. I like to
Yeah,
wake
you
up
like
here
the
in the
water.
ocean. And last but not least, breakfast in bed with a loving note.
Mm.
Forget the note, bring the loving. Breakfast in bed with
No, I
loving.
want the breakfast in bed. That's nice.
Breakfast in bed with a loving note. So those are
Morning is nice
11
for
catchy
like
ones.
romance,
Huh?
Morning is nice for romance.
Yeah.
I like morning romance. It's nice.
Okay. Bed boredom with your sex life is a whole other aspect, albeit one that can fix with some communication, effort, and open mind. Be honest and straightforward with each other. Even though it can definitely be awkward at the beginning, just like you said. hmm Give the person some time to get accustomed to what is to come. I can see we have time is against us here, so we're gonna take a quick break
No, we have a
and
little
we're
bit,
gonna
a few more minutes.
and come back in.
Oh, okay. You want to do that because we had a
Yeah, let's
couple
take
more
a quick
minutes.
break and come back in because we can go through the next segment and give a bit more because we have this second one here. We can go on to that and do some more explanation. So yeah, let's go and come back
Yeah,
in.
we got to remember to comment, like, and subscribe. We got to get our subscriptions up, girl. We got to start
Mm-hmm.
sharing on a bigger platform, anyways. And myself and Teresa, our schedule is crazy, and that's why, sometimes,
Very much so.
yeah, we're not where we want to be, but we will get there together, and we will do that with your support. Again, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be right back with more hot tea with pleasures.
See you with
I'm losing my
pleasures.
voice.
Grab some water while we leave.
My mind, pick a lane, commit and climb. The only way to win at life. I never miss that fact. Taking big swings, put your hand to the bat. Put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag. Cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took a red pill. I know life's short, so I wanna live real. But how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit on daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these shit I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend.
And we are back with my tired.
Welcome back.
That's what Teresa got the floor tonight because your girl is trying. Here, go on.
Okay, welcome back to our viewers. If you missed the first half, we are discussing, our topic tonight is your sex life spicy, hot or not. So that list that we went through just now, that was mainly focusing on dealing with bedroom boredom. But the second half is dealing with sexual boredom.
I
And
can't
we
see
are
it.
going to
You
give
gotta
you
put it
it
up. You gotta put it up so I
now.
can see it.
Let me just get Hillary in the do. There you go.
Thank
Good.
you. Yep.
So that's it. And here are some tips to combat your sexual boredom now. No. Tell your partner the biggest turn-ons and ask him or her to share their biggest
We
turn-ons
talking about
as
fantasies?
well. We're getting there. We're getting there. So, what's your biggest turn-on, Hillary?
My biggest turn on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I can't think of one
I'll
off the bat.
say, you know what turns me on, or what I shouldn't say turn on, because you always have.
What you're attracted to.
I'm attracted to brains.
To brains.
Yeah, I like people
You gotta
that.
have someone that can form conversation.
Yeah, you have to
Conversation. Yeah.
hold my attention. Yeah. Other people have a different terminology for it, but we're not gonna do that so we don't get banned from YouTube. But yeah, I love conversation and
let's come back to number two.
Number two.
The third one, though, the second one is watch porn together to get some new ideas.
No, don't come with that with me.
Ain't much on that one. Ain't much on that one.
Yeah.
Send a sexy text or photo to build up your excitement and anticipation. Oh, that one's a nice one. You
so
can
what do you think that is that spicy or a hot or not for you? We forgot to do that. Let's start over again. Tell your partner the biggest turn on.
Tell your partner the biggest turn on.
That's sex. That's spicy.
That's a sexy one, but
a spicy.
Sexy is not another thing.
Yeah.
Spicy or hot or not. Those are the three ones.
I'll say it's just spicy.
And send a sexy text or photo to build up excitement and anticipation.
That's spicy.
Ask for what you want in bed.
That's hot.
That can be better both.
Yeah.
Have a change of scenery. If you only have sex in the bedroom, try the shower. Try the living room.
Oh, I thought you was going to say
try the countertop.
I thought you were going to say go outside. I was like, ooh, Teresa.
That is steamy as well as sexy. Or the kitchen. Kitchen counter.
Is that a story behind that?
Okay. Huh?
Is there a story behind that?
The kitchen counter? Girl, that's your business, not to christen and bless your place. Get it on. You hear what it said? Bonus points for originality. Bonus points for originality. So, before you buy your bed, some beds come with a divan, or some of them are just the divan is like the base, and then the mattress on top of it. Why you have your eye
because it sounds like a story.
And then some beds you have the wooden base built, and then you have a mattress on top of it. Now with a mattress, before you get come on, you just move into your new house. You just move into your new house. Everything is in a box. The only thing that you have unpacked is stuff to use in the kitchen and your bed. And your bed ain't fully up yet. It's flat on the floor. Just the mattress. You're gonna play there and you're gonna play there. Exactly. You're gonna bless your rooms.
You
So,
did you bless the rooms,
have a change
Teresa?
of scenery. Pardon me?
Did you bless some rooms?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
Telling
Go,
all your
child.
secrets.
As you can say. There you go. Your turn. Try role play.
Oh, there goes my phone, sorry.
What you gonna dress up as? What you gonna come as?
Yeah, go on.
What you gonna come as? I'm going on. What are you gonna come as?
Sorry. That's a text from you know who. Terry. Anyways, what'd you say?
Try out role playing, and I'm asking you,
Role
what would you
playing?
go as?
What would I go
Hold
as?
on, hold on. What would you go as? And as the topic says, to combat sexual boredom. So, what would you go as? Don't tell me you're gonna go as no nurse.
Oh, I would not do a nurse, girl.
Good.
I don't associate. I do not like doctors and all that. uh,
Oh my gosh.
I'm always
That's
I'm
another story.
always
Let's go
dealing
on.
with them. Why would I want to hang out with them? Let me see. What would I go as? A mermaid or something?
You know that
Well,
was what I had in my head.
excuse me if
Because
Jason Momoa is on the other side of that mermaid. I'm going as a mermaid. Dang, shoot,
as a mermaid,
a mermaid or
hmm,
I don't know. I would just probably be me. I
B you
think I
can
could.
work.
Yeah, I mean,
B you can work, but that would be role playing. That'd be just being
no, you
you.
could role play your own self. You know,
Mm,
because
come on.
you always have that what do they call it? Your other personality.
Hmm.
Do you have a nickname?
If I have a nickname
Yeah,
for that other personality,
yeah. Because
uh, of course I
people
do.
people name them.
Uh,
She starts laughing. I'm not going to ask what it is, but I'm just saying.
Switch up who instigates the sex session.
Wait, hold on. That goes along with the first list because what you can do is, bring that persona and, wear a nice wig or something or dress it up.
Mm,
And, him or her or whoever would know that whenever, let's say, I don't know,
no, that's where being
Jennifer
creative
comes
and
out.
decorating the room can come together.
Oh, painting the
That's
room.
where that's women will
I'll be
decorate the
the
room.
painter or something. Yeah, I don't know.
There you
Painter
go.
sexy. I don't know.
There you go.
We're trying so hard to make that painting room work. It's not working for me.
There you go.
Mm-mm.
That's your role playing right there.
What, role play you're Jason Momoa.
If Jason Momoa ever watches watch our podcast,
If he ever watches the show, he can
come
come
in.
on.
Come
Shoot.
in.
He can come on. What's up?
No, no. The one that we left out earlier was share your fantasies with each other.
That's a good one.
So,
That's
what
very, very, very spicy
mhm,
and very hot.
what is your fantasy? Where did it come from? What does it mean? So, the benefits of fantasizing. Even if you are embarrassed by how freaky deaky your fantasies may seem, fantasies can be good for a relationship. We always have these people that go into studying these different things. So that information is out there. And what is the lady's name? Dr. Ruth?
Dr. Ruth.
She's what? 80 something, 90 something?
She gotta be close to 90s. She's probably 80. She either 89 or 90 or 91, around that area.
I think she's in that region.
Yeah.
So they're saying that about your partner, it can be beneficial for your sex life. It can be even beneficial for your partner in general, causing partners to engage in relationships, promoting behaviors. The study also notes.
You gotta be careful though with your fantasy. Don't tell your partner all of the fantasy. Just give them a little bit.
You don't want to make it boring.
Exactly. And you don't want them to act out the fantasy completely because then it's not a fantasy anymore, and you can't use it as motivation to, have that explosion.
Good. So the study on fantasizing about your partner has its benefits for keeping a sexual bond going
Mm-hmm.
long term, especially after all the spontaneity and the original chemistry induced sparks stop flying. So the whole fantasizing, there is benefits in that. Being able to share what excites you and add more depth and fulfillment in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel uncomfortable or hesitate to share with your partner, consider engaging in activities that can increase trust and build a relationship, such as counseling.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a
Yes,
game called Treasure Box. It's
I think I've heard that,
Yeah, it's a sexual game, and where you play
before.
with your
A
partner.
game.
Yeah, so what you're trying to identify in the game is what part of the body or action or move your partner actually responds to. And so you basically go on a treasure hunt with each other, and
There
yeah,
was there was what do you call those parties when people are getting married?
a
Um,
bachelorette party or a
I think it was
engagement
the
party.
bachelorette party, yeah.
Okay,
The engagement party.
engagement.
Was it the engagement or
The
it was a
bachelorette's
batch?
with with the women only, or is it
Yeah,
engagement where it's both of
bachelorettes
them?
or bachelor's party. It
Okay.
was one of them,
Mhm.
but it was for the woman that was a part of that. And I think this same treasure box game we played,
Okay. Yes.
and it was quite interesting. We had so much fun. It
Yeah.
was quite interesting.
But it's nice to play with your
And,
partner where, you're
mhm,
both naked, and you get to explore each other's body in
mhm,
every different aspect that you way you want to explore it, and see how how they react.
mhm.
And you'll be able to see what areas are extremely sensitive to your partner, and then you can play a little bit. Treasure
Interesting.
hunting.
Hunting is right. There comes the creativity.
Mm-hmm.
So ask yourself if you're truly happy with your partner. That was one of the sub statements here. However, if you're fantasizing so much about someone else that you feel like you can't focus on enjoying your partner, or you have actual intentions of hooking up with someone, with that person you're fantasizing about, that might be a cause for concern. This
Mm.
concern should urge you to look harder at your relationship and whether you're truly happy with your partner, sexually or otherwise.
Right. And remember, for most women,
Mm.
we love conversation. We
Uh,
love touch and conversation. Although, touch is a love language, but most women want to feel in tune by showing emotion. Not that all women are emotional, but have that conversation with your partner to see what it is that is lacking in your relationship. There's something that
mhm,
you used to do that you no longer do. And it doesn't have to be sexual or an action of, you know, over tasks that you used to do. It could be a simple conversation or acknowledgement, or having them feel that they no longer matter in the relationship. So have a conversation. I mean, if you have an honest conversation with your partner and you ask the right questions, you might be surprised as to how open that partner would be. But however, you two also have to be open to receive the information. Don't get offended now.
mhm. It's all about communication.
Very much so.
Once you share your feelings,
Hmm.
you think things can be resolved. So that's nice.
But allow your partner to be vulnerable, and allow yourself to be vulnerable with your partner. But that also comes with trust. And if the trust is broken, then that's something you really have to work on.
Mhm.
One thing that you have to work, when it comes to trust, if there has been any kind of infidelity in the relationship, and you have forgiven your partner and decide to continue the relationship and make it work, you have to forgive and move on. You can't keep bringing it up. So there's so many different ways that you can do this, and use communication as an anchor to lead to all of the other
Mhm.
things we talk about tonight.
Yeah. You never know, your partner could get totally turned on by the fantasies that you share with them.
Yeah.
Maybe they even had the same type of fantasy that you have, and they were too nervous to share it with you or to inspire them to, and it would inspire them to open up on their own fantasies.
You know what? You know what I think is really cute? Making your partner blush.
Mm-hmm.
You know, coming in the room and staring a little bit harder and giving that smile that you know you give her or him, or you know they or them. That you know, make them blush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fantasies are not, fantasies are healthy. Fantasies can be healthy. So you can explore.
Mhm.
So when it comes down to it, your sexuality is very personal. Allow yourself to sit back and enjoy the fantasies rather than to drive yourself wild in a bad way. Try to interpret that the fantasies mean what the fantasies mean, or if they're a little bit too weird for you. Whatever fantasy you choose to share or not share,
Mhm.
bring to life or not bring to life, it's all up to you. The time is here to feel empowered by your sexuality, fantasies, and all wrong not embarrassed to be embarrassed by them.
One thing I'm going to say too, when it comes to fantasizing and fantasies and all that, remember this is your partner fantasy about you, or how they want to feel, or something they wanted to try. There has to be a lot of trust in that moment, because you don't want to walk away with the thought of, do they really want to do something? You get what I'm saying? Could be
Mm-hmm.
something as saying, oh, I fantasize about two people, us being with two people, or and then bringing another person into the relationship, and then just having the fantasy and pretending that there's someone else there. And that was just probably a fantasy they're sharing with you. They don't actually want another person in their relationship. And now you don't get to use that as a weapon in, in an
Bringing
argument.
someone else into a relationship, you got to be careful with that, though.
No. But listen, if a person is sharing your fantasy, they're being vulnerable, and they're letting you into their little room of what turns them on, or what they think could turn them
Mm-hmm.
on, or something they will want to try but don't actually want to try. They want to try it with you, or they want to pretend to try it. Let you be the other guy or whatever, or the girl. But again, once there's no actual distrust in the relationship at the moment, you cannot then take that information and use it as a weapon. You can't do it.
I
So,
think there was an incident here like that
mhm,
where there was, that might be a bit different though. There were these two individuals, male and female,
mhm,
adults. So they were like maybe past our age,
mhm,
and they did their thing, and they had their fantasy, and they did their shows and all that. And like I said, I'm not sure if this will tie in with this, because in the end they parted ways.
mhm.
And one of the individuals didn't want the relationship to end. So what that individual did was to expose some of the things that they did, and they put it out there in you
Well,
know
that's
in,
where
in
the
the
trust
public.
comes in. And that's why I said you have to have that conversation
And
of
that was a
trust.
bit damaging to the other person,
Hmm.
to the point I think the person went to court with it.
Hmm. Of course,
The
it's
person went
criminal,
to
right?
court
It's
with
criminal
it, yeah.
behavior. But I mean, you have to have
So
trust. You have to have that conversation.
the
Again,
trust factor
communication
is
about what
important.
you're doing. What are we doing in this moment? What it is we're going to do to bring excitement into our relationship. And if you both agree on it, you then cannot take it and use it as a weapon. If you do,
Mhm.
you will pay for it. In more ways than one, and whether it be, as Teresa said, a legal situation, or the cost of the relationship. or your partner's trust. You can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I see one word there that I think is amazing, and I think people don't realize how explosive it can be. Chemistry. Once
Mm-hmm.
you find chemistry, it is so hard. If you find chemistry with a person that you can't stand, girl, you can be with them. Because when you find chemistry, it is not something that you can fake or you can explain sometimes. But chemistry, I like what the article says. Teresa's going to go more into it, but chemistry is something that is unexplainable sometimes, and people cannot define it all the time. But Teresa, go on.
Okay. Relationship chemistry explained at its best.
Mm-hmm.
Chemistry is the initial feeling we have when we are attracted to someone. So those butterflies that you get when you see that person. In my friend's case, Jason passed the room. Jason passed the room, opened the elevator. He comes in, it's like, jaw dropping for her.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you're attracted to someone. They might not know it, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't think he knows yet. So
When you have
that's
chemistry, you
the
don't
that's
even need to be
chemistry.
in the same room with the person. You can
Mm-mm.
just, think of that person and your body will react.
Mm-hmm. So it also has been described that the biological effect of lust and attraction.
Mm.
So experiencing these feelings can maybe feel we are on cloud nine or somewhat blind to reality.
Mm-hmm.
Although the chemistry is a fantasy feeling, it
Mm-hmm.
is not the most important predator of a good relationship. It is just a feeling that makes that mass of significant others worse traits and lures us into putting up with them.
Mm-hmm.
So is chemistry fun or worth the ride? Absolutely. But
Good
only if
question.
we are aware that it's just part of a phase.
Mm-hmm.
You might be aware that this phase, often referred to as a honeymoon phase, but during this time, fights are often minimal and it seems that our partner can do no wrong. The chemistry is perking. Butterflies are flying and a lot of sex is being had. Hillary is filling her mouth with her
I drink my coffee.
coffee. It's important to have the consistency in a relationship. So couples will inevitably face hardship, make some tough decisions, and run into conflict. And what is going to get a couple through that is consistency.
Mm-hmm.
So the chemistry is necessary and good because it creates a desire and it's part of the relationship game.
But it's really hard to find chemistry.
Explain.
So I get what they're saying about chemistry and honeymoon phase, but
Mm-hmm.
there has to be something between, I believe in energy, and they have to be some kind of energy between you and that person that connects. Not everyone, you ever had like, how they say you kiss a million frogs before you find your prince? So,
Never heard that one.
okay, well, that's a saying. So
But
you ever been
understand
on
what
a
it
date
means.
with a
So,
person and you kiss them. I mean, he looks really good and smells good and everything, and then you're sitting there and you can actually see yourself walking away, or you're just waiting for the right opportunity for that breath to say, "Oh, well, it was nice meeting you."
mm-hmm.
Because there's something that you just don't connect on. But when you find that person that you can actually finish your sentence, or you feel as though your bodies are in tune with each other, there's a rhythm,
Mm-hmm.
there's a song going on. Yes, there's a honeymoon phase, but after the honeymoon phase, the energy continues and you're able to use that energy to get back to the phase and to have those conversations that are difficult. That's the
Mm-hmm.
difference.
And this bit ties right in because consistency
Mm-hmm.
is a combination of behavior that include dependability, trust, and a true desire to have a companion and forms a serious relationship. People who are consistent with their interactions with one another, such as
Mm-hmm.
having predictable, as you said, behaviors and good
Yeah.
communication, have longer and more
Successful.
successful relationships. I think when I focus
I
on
thought I was the tired
pronouncing it,
one.
happens. So successful relationship will last once chemistry is no longer at the highest.
Mm-hmm.
But we like that chemistry to being there, it
Mm-hmm.
keeps everything going,
It
keep things
keeps it
running
going. Yeah.
smooth. And once partners have learned enough about each other and their flaws, in the long run, chemistry isn't always as important as you might think it is.
Wait, hold on. Do you really think that you can learn everything about your partner?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
They'll always be like, where they come from? There'll always be that aha moment or that
The
moment.
chemistry is somewhat the frosted,
Mm-hmm.
and consistency is the bread.
It is the bird girl.
The frosted is gonna be sweet or it's gonna melt. That's
But you
okay.
know what? If he's consistently a certain way, though, you gotta look at yourself and what you do.
Hmm.
Check that. And when I say check, ladies and gentlemen, I don't mean go have an argument. I mean, be honest and say that doesn't make me feel good. You know, that's what you have to check.
So if you're starting out a new relationship, you
Mm-hmm.
encourage yourself to dig deeper than in chemistry and
Mm-hmm.
initial attraction. You learn about your partner, you love your partner, and you learn about him or her inside and out, their world, what their past is like.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhat this year ties in to the episode that we had last week
Yes, because you remember when we said that for most
on the understanding
men,
women, understanding men.
yeah,
Yeah.
most men, what they want from you is for you to, encourage and support them in their goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we one thing that you take away from this here, Helen, what is it?
Talk to talk to your mate.
It
Talk
always
to your
come
mate.
back to
It's always come
communication.
back to
Always come
communication.
back to
That is
communication.
the. I mean, that I think communication is the most sexiest thing ever because you get to
Mhm.
really like deep dive into another person's life that you are a part of, and you get to create now something that both of you can, emerge. But I also think that absence makes the heart grow fonder. And when I
Don't
say
be absent for
absence,
too
like
long though.
you shouldn't always be like you and your partner always together. Some people do that, and I'm like, but why don't you go
Okay,
away from
that's
each
a
other for a
missing
minute?
stage.
Huh?
Yeah, some people like that missing stage.
I want to miss you. I don't mean it in a mean way. I mean
Not in
for
a negative
have
way.
your
Mhm.
like you know you should have your friends. I should have my friends. We should have friends together. That kind of thing, and give me an opportunity to miss you and you an opportunity to miss me, and so that if you have something in your day, I'm surprised too, and I can be as excited as you are about your day, but
I think that's the nice thing
mhm,
you when you share stuff, what you did today or your achievements and stuff,
mhm.
and that person gets excited just as you are. It's like, yeah, this is someone that you're growing with. This is someone that likes what I am doing
Mhm.
and is proud of me per se.
Yes,
So that's a good feeling.
it is a good feeling because,
That's a
and the
good
thing is
feeling.
like when you, especially if it's your passion, and the person is watching you and smiling at you, being excited about your passion, you feel wow, they actually
Especially
know
if
me.
if they're growing, because hey, that's my man. Do you know her? That's my
Yeah,
girl.
that's my girl. Yeah,
And then in the back,
but if you doing your
cheering you
passion, they
on.
like this. It's time to have a conversation.
Yeah, it's nice to
Hmm.
when they got your back, when they're proud, when your
Yes.
partner is proud of you and
Ride or
see you
die.
growing and
You're gonna
stuff.
ride or die. Oh, there goes our warning again, girl. We getting up there with
Okay.
a time. Well,
So in the end, every relationship is different, and
mm-hmm.
every couple will encounter their own set of problems. For challenges, I would say, their own set of challenges. I don't say problems, their own set of challenges. So
Mm-hmm.
each relationship will balance chemistry and consistency in different ways. It may take a lot of work to find the right balance or even find the right partner to get that balance right. But when it comes to relationships, everything is a great learning experience. Hopefully, you end up with a delicious cake topped with just the right amount of perfectly sweet frosting.
And you can check out that article on talkspace.com is a blog. And where was the other article from, Teresa?
And the talk space is the main heading. It
Okay.
has the fantasy, it has the chemistry,
Mm-hmm. Oh, it says
and it also have
talkspace.com. We'll drop the links
the boredom and sexual
in the
relationship. So
section.
yeah, we'll drop
Yeah.
the information in the link so you can go and have a read.
One thing that
And when you
one
have a read, just drop us a line and let us know what
mm-hmm.
your thoughts were.
Yeah, I think for me that my biggest takeaway is that you always have to advocate for yourself. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you and your significant other. We always take it for granted when you have history. You know, when you have time together for more than a day, more than a month, more than a year, and you go from that honeymoon phase to expectations. And you can't go to expectations. It should be requirements because you have taught them how to treat you. But if you teach them that if the lesson has been do whatever and they just do whatever or they don't know what you value, it's hard to then feel offended when you're not getting what you need to feel that
Mm-hmm.
desire, to feel that explosion when they walk through the door. So, you know, as Teresa said, communication is key, and I believe that 100%. That's why I really am attracted to people that communicate or talk or can conversate, share that about,
Mm-hmm.
share things with me, and I can talk. If we can talk in the morning and the evening, and when I say talk, I'm not talking like whatever. I mean actual conversation about something that matters to me and to them. That is the most sexiest thing for me. It's
Mm-hmm.
conversation because that's time, and my love language is time.
Understand.
Yes. What about you, Therese?
I like the communication part of it. It's like just what you said. So
Mm-hmm.
if I do something and if I achieve something,
Yeah.
if you achieve something, we celebrate each other.
Yep.
You
Exactly.
know, to me that shows appreciation of one another. It's not a case that you're being selfish or are being selfish.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking for we have each other's interests at heart. So things that you might think that is small to you
Mm-hmm.
might be a big deal to me, and vice versa.
Yeah. And if you have
Yeah,
to dress up like Jason Momoa, just to make her that poor man
I think
ears
Hillary
probably
is speaking
burning.
for
You
herself
know what?
here.
I'm not that bad because I've heard some other women talk about this poor guy. Let's just respect Jason Momoa now.
Do you realize she's growing her hair?
The what?
You realize I'm telling the viewers, do you all realize how Hillary is growing her hair? The style that she has her hair in.
What about it?
Isn't it similar to his hair?
Oh, girl,
What
he can't
was
he
his
can't
first
claim
style?
this. This is Africa.
Lisa Bonet was his ex?
Lisa Bonet. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's a beautiful woman, isn't she?
Yeah, there gosh.
Mm-hmm.
How old is she?
I
She
don't know.
aged day.
I don't think
I
there's
used
an
to say that
age.
Jeanette Jackson isn't aging, but now I
Well,
see
I don't know
Lisa.
about Janet.
Lisa
I love
Bonet.
Janet, but Lisa is very naturally like. I don't think that lady knows. I don't think Father Time knows that she exists. you know, so she still looks like she's in her 30s, early 30s. I mean, she looks amazing. I love her
She is
skin.
54.
54.
Lisa Bonet is 54.
Her and her daughter look the same age. Oh my goodness.
Jason Momoa is
He's
43.
yeah, I know he's younger than her.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's I know I don't know what she's doing, but whatever she's doing, keep it up, girl.
You know,
But then again,
I think
black
it's
don't
just
crack.
being happy, just happy and living life.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that we're totally off topic, but it goes along with this too, is that when you're happy and contented and satisfied, and show get gratitude, your health and your skin and your body and your
Mhm.
smile and your presence just reeks it. It's people walk in a
Yes.
room and
Anytime
they.
you're in a relationship
Hmm.
and you have more unhappy times and happy times,
Mm,
you need to, one, have that conversation,
hmm.
or two, get out of that relationship. That's it.
Or two, go to counseling, Teresa.
Just listen to Hillary, go to counseling.
Teresa's ready to go. No, you conversation, talk about it, try to find some solutions, work on
Mm.
it, try to work because relationships are hard. They are basically a foundation, and like any foundation, they have cracks, and there's ways to fix those cracks, and that takes time and care and development, Teresa.
To do all of this, you need to
And then
communicate.
Teresa's like, and that don't work, leave. Okay.
Okay, our
That
clock, our clock is counting down.
our clock has
So
been countdown,
before
girl.
we rudely disappear, I'm gonna say thank you for joining us, our viewers out there. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna tune in every Saturday with some more exciting topics for you to hear.
Yes.
So in the meanwhile, just lubricate your life, or any things from you coming in, anything happening from your
No,
end,
I think
Hillary?
we got we're more focusing on trying to get this product move out.
Mhm.
Hopefully we wanted to get it done
Indeed,
this summer, but you know everything takes time that is amazing and beautiful. So we will get it in your hands soon.
that is true.
But we're still working on it, and we have not. We're just in the planning stage, but hang in there. We will have some lubricants in your hands and other spots. Well, Teresa, you have a beautiful time there in wonderful Barbados. I wish I was there. We're about to have some fall coming in and then the winter, so that's great.
I think we are having ones to like yours because we're
Yeah.
having a lot of rain. We are in our hurricane season.
Oh,
We are
okay.
having a
Y'all can
lot of
keep it.
rain. So, mm.
All right. Until
So
next
from me
Saturday.
here in Little Island of Barbados
Yeah.
and
You
Hillary over there in Canada.
Ontario,
Good
Canada.
night and lubricate your life, moisten up and keeping it raw and real. See you until next time. Have a good one.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
Teresa.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real.